Welcome back to the Film and TV channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. We have a film review for you today. A historical survival film. This is classed at, directed by Peter Flint, and it's called Against the Ice. Please, if you are new to the channel, you enjoy what I do, please push that notification button and please push that subscribe button. Even more importantly, tell your friends. I try and inform and entertain on these videos with reviews of movies, TV dramas, information blogs, obviously opinions of other people with these movie reviews as well as my own for what it's worth on these films. So please, if you can push them buttons, that'd be great for me. Push me buttons, that's what I want you to do. Fantastic. Please, if you can, give us a little thumbs up. Much appreciated. Try and get about 10 and 15 for this. If you enjoy what you see, please just give us that thumbs up and leave all your comments on this film or anything to do with film and TV. Doesn't matter what it is, just leave your comments. I love to see them. Right, Against the Ice, a 12 certificate, 102 minutes, written by Nicolaj Coster-Waldau and Joe Derrick, based on the true story recounted in Two Against the Ice by Enya Mikkelsen. Stars Coster-Waldau, Joe Cole, Charles Dance and Heidi Reid as the main participants, but obviously it sort of narrows down to two for most of the film. And the film was shot entirely in Iceland and Greenland, so you can probably tell it certainly wasn't shot in Florida or anywhere like that, that's for sure, and released on Netflix, which is where I watched it. I do subscribe to the channel, so I like films like this that I can watch and enjoy without having to pay any extra rental fee, etc. So it was released on Netflix on March the 2nd, 2022. And all these scores to date are as at March the 6th, 2022 at 11 a.m. in the morning here in the UK. Yes, the story with this is based on a true events in 1909. So I'm going, yes, no, I wasn't around then, guys. I know some of you would probably say I was. Denmark's Alabama expedition, led by Captain Enya Mikkelsen, was attempting to disprove the United States' claim to northeastern Greenland, a claim that was rooted in the idea that Greenland was broken up into two different pieces of land. Leaving their crew behind with the ship, Mikkelsen sleds across the ice with his inexperienced crew member Ivar Iverson. Yeah, no one else volunteered. The two men succeeded in finding the proof that Greenland is one island, but returning to the ship takes longer and is much harder than expected. So, as you'd expect in this sort of adventure, things didn't go all to plan. Battling extreme hunger, fatigue, and a polar bear attack or two, they finally arrived to find their ship crushed in the ice and the camp abandoned. The swines have left them. They've left them to rot, the swines. We get a little bit of backstory back in the country, in Denmark as well, about what's going on behind the scenes to try and rescue these guys, or not rescue the guys, as the case may be. So is it any good? Well, as I'm recording this, which is at the 6th of March, as I said, 2022, Rotten Tomatoes not overly positive on it. 52% of their 23 critics who bothered to leave a review and score are positive, so that's over half of them, which is okay. An average rating of just that figure I like to see, that watchable score of 6 out of 10, which is all I ever want to see for these films. And that's 12 fresh reviews and 11 rotten, so almost split down the middle, but as I say, just edged the positive, which is fair enough. The Rotten Tomatoes audience, their actually positivity rate was just under 50%, but when you take the averages, it works out about 3.2 out of 5. So that does equate to 6.4 out of 10, of course. So not a total disaster as far as the public are concerned. We'll look at IMDB in a minute. Metacritic, of course, uses an average as well. Just 12 critics have bothered, and it scored 50 out of 100. So dead on the middle, dead middle for diddle. And it scored anywhere between 40 and 88 out of 100. There was a lot nearer the 40, sadly, than the 88. Variety's Jessica Kiang, only gave it 40. She said, to reduce the Titanic's struggle for survival in one of the most inhospitable climes on Earth to such by the numbers drama is in many ways akin to standing on a jagged frozen peak, gazing across blizzards that sail permafrost plains to crumbling white cliffs and ice shelves beyond and thinking, snow. Okay, so I don't think Jessica liked it. RogerEbbett.com, no Simon Abrams on behalf of that organisation, scored it 88 out of 100, so he was impressed. Against the Ice delivers all the delirious period drama thrills and survival horror angst that you could want from a movie with that title. So he says, Simon. But he tends to fly in the face of other opinions. I say there's only 12 anyway, but they do lean towards that form of variety one, unfortunately. But we always have a look at Internet Movie Database, don't we? There's quite a few reviews on there as well as over 4,000 reviews. Internet Movie Database, 6.5 out of 10. So I'll take that all day. That's a good score. That's an acceptable score. That's 3,657 people scored it between 6 and 9. And I ignore the 10 out of 10s, I ignore the 1 out of 10s. And 628 scored it between 2 and 5 out of 10. So overall, on Internet Movie Database, if you take 6 as your average, as your acceptable score for any film, it's got 85% positivity, which can't be sort of sniffed at, can it? As for me, yours truly, right? Probably please don't turn off now you've heard all the other critique. Let's have a look at what Bernard thinks. I'll speak of myself in the singular or whichever way we do it. I fully take in the negativity on this. It did really have a formulaic, by the numbers feel that, in all fairness, that you get sometimes or most of the time, if you get it at all, with a made-for-TV movie, but that's what it is. It's a made-for-TV movie. It's not a big budget cinema release. I think this is made. I think I'm right in saying that. I've certainly not seen it anywhere like that. It's exactly what it says on the tin. Yes, I'm sure it could have been a bit more sensational, with more money. Of course it would. A bit more, perhaps, authentic accents, perhaps a bit better authentic accents, and been far more edge-of-the-seat stuff. But because it isn't, doesn't mean it wasn't an okay, entertaining watch for the public, which is Internet Movie Database is sort of saying, isn't it? Here's some of the critiques, of course, from the Metacritic critics who did it. Can be so curiously deprived attention. Yeah, I can't disagree. Forget the terror, said another. Here comes the tedium. A bit cruel. Lumbers as it passes from one waypoint to the next in the standard Alone in the Arctic narrative. Okay, neither a plus or a minus, that one. And Against the Ice is a Danish story flattened for a global audience. Okay, well, yeah, what I've just said, that covers it all. It could have been far, far better. It could have been far more exciting with a lot more money spent on it, but it's a made-for-TV movie. And there are a couple of, well, I say a couple, there are a handful of interesting moments where you don't really feel the obvious life-threatening tension in them, which they are. But I'm sure there was life-threatening tension. But so that's where it perhaps falls down a little bit. For instance, I'll just use one example: getting tapped by a polar bear didn't have the sort of scary feel it perhaps should have done at one stage early in the film. So yes, I can agree with some of that critique, in all fairness. But I did like it. I just like the film. It could have been better, but as a free subscription movie, which is what I'm classing this as, on a main streaming site, which Netflix is, no doubt, but it's still one of their better ones. I see a lot worse than this on Netflix over the months and years previously. It's got to be up there in the top 20-30% of their better effort. So I was quite happy with this. And I'm going to totally agree with the Internet Movie Database score that ended up at 6.5 out of 10. I'm going to a good, solid, even spectacular, true life-based drama. And I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. It won't live long in the memory, of course it won't, but I thought it was a very, very good film. Let me know what you think, guys. Anyway, I'd love to hear your comments on this film. Anyway, thanks for watching. What are we going to do the rest of the day? Have a great one. Catch yourselves, catch your friends, catch your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. So we meet here again on the Film and TV channel. I only ask one thing, don't I? Please avoid them polar bears. That's 2 things I'm going to ask. Avoid them polar bears, and please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.